for the use of Soviet airfields for RAF planes dropping supplies. Without help, the Poles are doomed. SS units under General Bakselewski are dispatched to Warsaw to put down the rising. Hopelessly outgunned, the Home Army fights for every building, clings to every strongpoint, vainly awaiting salvation from the east. The battle for the city rages all through August and into September. But gradually, inevitably, the Polish resistance movement is decimated.
Была причина в том, что Сталин сказал, что он не хочет иметь ничего общего с этой Варшавской войной.
It was out of political considerations that Stalin did not want to help the uprising. It was an uprising which was obviously in conflict with the interests of the Soviet Union and the so-called Lublin Committee of National Salvation.
Stalin bows to international criticism only in September, when an increase in Soviet aid comes too late. The last Home Army survivors surrender in early October. By the time the Red Army finally occupies Warsaw's ruins in January 1945, 300,000 Poles have died in the city since August. If Stalin's purpose has been to engineer the destruction of nationalist armed force in Poland, it has succeeded completely. But events in Warsaw have set in motion a transformation of British and American attitudes towards their ally. From now on, they will scrutinize Stalin's motives with new suspicion. From now on, Stalin must fight yet another war, this time a secret, silent battle against his own allies. It is a battle quickly joined on both sides. British Prime Minister Churchill visits Moscow in October, and he has come to discuss the fate of Eastern Europe. Churchill is already deeply suspicious of Stalin's post-war intentions, but he is a realist too. And he knows that there is little that Britain or even the United States can do to stop a man whose ambitions are backed by Red Army occupation.
Churchill's position was a most paradoxical one. As one of the Allied leaders, he had won. He was a winner, but a winner with a disintegrating empire. And as a serious and far-sighted politician, he knew this.
And so the two leaders reach a pragmatic agreement. Jotted down on a piece of scrap paper, it concedes Soviet control over Bulgaria, Hungary, and Romania in return for Stalin's guarantee of non-intervention in Greek politics. The future of Yugoslavia is left open, and Stalin refuses even to discuss Poland. But the Polish question, on which Britain went to war in 1939, will not go away. And it dominates the next round of Stalin's secret struggle against his allies at Yalta in the Crimea in February 1945. At Yalta, Stalin meets Roosevelt for the last time. Sick man, close to death, the American president is determined to recruit Stalin to the war against Japan and dismisses Churchill's fear of Soviet expansionism. Deliberately marginalizing the British leader, Stalin promises to fight Japan after Germany is beaten and is again able to deflect all attempts to solve the Polish problem. While the conference proceeds to drafting a joint demand for Germany's unconditional surrender, the rest of Eastern Europe is hardly even discussed. Now, as Stalin takes his leave of Allied leaders, his smile is the smile of the tiger.